This is Lansdowne Road, the voice of the fans, and this is the League of Ireland review. Match day 36 is the final one of our normal programming, if you would call it normal. David Dunn, joined here by Conor McElwain, because you are very welcome to another episode of the League of Ireland review. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do like the video, it does help. Head over to, what was that?
Did you hear that? It was like someone rallying up the road. Someone thinking they're cool. Someone has exhaust off the car. Thought they were rallying up the road thinking they're cool.
Was it your dad, was it? Midlife crisis?
No, it wasn't him.
Fair enough.
It was Martin Prendergast over for a couple of days.
I fear missing out, is he? FOMO. Sorry, as I was saying before, so really interrupted by some anonymous motorist in Ulster. Yes, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, you can head over to Roar Plus if you want a little bit of extra Roar. It does really help support us, and those of you that do support us, by the way, thank you so much. $4.99 per month, whatever currency you're in. Also, if you're watching us or listening to us on Spotify, please leave a 5-star review. It also does help us as well. Don't forget, we do have the international window coming up. Conor's going down to Dublin for it, we hope. Are you, Conor?
Yeah, I think so.
Good stuff. Got the old accreditation through. The portal won't accept me. Have you done a Hungarian thing?
No, I got that thing last night, but I didn't. It was Norris doing it.
Yeah, I won't accept my. Anyway, we'll talk about that. But we're going to be in Budapest.
By the way, just important. We're on 99 ratings on Spotify. So
99.
BR100.
BR100 and have our eternal thanks.
Be it 5-star rating, there'll be 1-star rating or something stupid.
Yeah, 5-star, please. It really does help us. It helps us grow. Really would appreciate it. Pardon me. But yeah, we're going to be in Budapest. We're going to be in Dublin. We're going to go for the last 2 games as well. So all that's coming up. International window starts this Thursday. The boys are going to be on. Are you going to be on live, Conor? Go on. Lads are going to be on live this Thursday. Keep an eye out on the socials.
I don't know. Actually, it actually mightn't be live, because I actually think Martin might be busy Thursday. It might be just a recorded show, but there will be either a reaction live or a show. So
there's going to be something. If it's live, the 2 lads are on. If it's a reaction, Conor, well, you and Martin, you might be lucky. You might have Misha, the star of the podcast, on there. So you never know. Depends. We'll talk about that off air. Right. Let's get into it. League of Ireland. Yes, it finished up this weekend. The drama was further down the table. Of course, Shamrock Rovers champions. Congratulations to them. I know I'm going to get a text over that. Yeah, they won it pretty comfortably. Before we talk a bit about that, we're going to look at the results of the final weekend. So Cork City losing 1-0 at home to Derry City. I mean, it was all done for Cork anyway. The big match in Virgin, 1 was Drogheda 1, Bows 4. Great win for Bows, actually getting the job done. Then Shamrock Rovers losing 2-1 at home to Sligo Rovers, which ensured they stayed up and they were staying up. Well, they were avoiding the playoff anyway. Then Shells against Pats played out a 0-0 draw. Pats missing out in Europe. Great. And Waterford 1-1 against Galway United. So Galway, it's Galway, isn't it? They go into the Waterford. Waterford goes to the playoffs. Sorry, I got mixed up there. You didn't see that, folks. That's it. That's our little secret, eh? So there you go. A hell of a week of action there, Conor. Our weekend, I should say. We'll start Derry City, of course, against Cork City, finishing second. A good season for Derry.
Yeah, great season for Derry. Yeah, great season for Derry. I don't know if I'd say a great season, because the money they spent, the players they brought in, it was a win now thing, which I think their attitude will change now. This off-season will be more maybe bringing in 3 younger prospects for the future and spending the money. Maybe you'd say more wisely, because you're bringing in lads that have a sell-on value, not lads that were great players or still are very good players, but they're quite late in their career that you can never make money off them. But yeah, a good season overall. 2nd place this year, finished 5th last year, missed out in Europe last year. So the big thing was getting back into the top 4, and they've done it quite comfortably in the end, didn't they? They had Europe wrapped up a couple of weeks ago. But in fairness, they were neck and neck with Bows for 2nd for a lot of the season, and they showed their class and their experience and got it wrapped up early. The game against Cork on Friday night was, or Saturday, sorry, was there's probably nothing worth really talking about. Like, Michael Duffy got his goal. doing brilliantly well. I see a few shouts when he got called up to the Ireland squad. I do think that's a bit excessive. As good as he is, he's 31. He's not going to get picked for Ireland anymore. Like, he's a brilliant player, but I think his time of maybe possibly an international has come and gone. But I would argue maybe he's player of the season in the League of Ireland this year. But yeah, thankfully that's the end of a terrible season for Cork league wise, and then they'll have the big cup final on this Sunday, which will be good crack, and hopefully they can maybe pull off an upset. But you never know. It would be funny for Bows fans if they pulled off the upset, but uh,
Oh,
we'll
do you know what?
get to Bows. We'll get to Bows in a second, but
Nah,
best of luck to Cork this week. I wouldn't laugh or anything if they
I
won
would.
something this time.
I
I
fucking
wouldn't.
would. I
Oh,
would laugh.
I
Oh, I would laugh.
I definitely wouldn't laugh if Bows missed out in Europe because of Cork. Shamrock Grove. I think all the Bows fans will have their Shamrock Rovers jerseys on this Sunday. But yeah, anyway, it was a good season for Derry. Terrible season for Cork. But that game on Saturday was just a nothing game. Like,
yeah, I fucking I'll be cheering for Cork. My grandfather was from Cork, Magazine Road, so I'll be inherently cheering for Cork. I'd love to see them do it. Imagine them in Europe, in first
first
division in
division.
Europe. The strength of the League of Ireland. But yeah, mad one. And of course, Drogheda. Oh, by the way, for Derry, no, I have to say, I think what really did Derry was their start to the league. As I remember when we were doing the earlier shows, they just kept drawing, didn't they? And they
Yeah.
would batter teams, and they just couldn't put the ball away. And that really cost them that slow start with the draws. Too many draws, I think. I mean, okay, they've only got 9 draws in the end, but that start, at the very start, they couldn't win. Do you remember they just couldn't get a win? And they
Yeah,
would
they were doing
lose.
really bad, yeah. And everyone thought Tyrone Lynch was going to get sacked, and everyone was abusing, laughing at them over the thing of signing the old players, and everyone was making them AI graphics of like a load of pensioners in Derry City jerseys. But it has worked out in the end. In fairness, they've done very well. Maybe they would have
Yeah,
liked to have a longer cup run and stuff. But in terms of the league, like, if you're going to lose out the league, Shamrock Rovers finishing, what did they finish off them in the end? 3
3
points.
points off
3
them.
points.
Won the
Yeah,
last 4 games
yeah.
in a
So
row. They
3.
won.
I know technically it wasn't a 3 point gap. If the
No.
league was another 10 games, Shamrock Rovers wouldn't have lost the games that they lost because they were in cruise control. But to finish 3 points off Rovers in the context of their start and stuff, I'm sure they're fairly happy.
Yeah. Fair play to Derry. I like to see it. New stand opening. Looks like a proper little ground now, the Brandywell. And yeah, obviously they're moving away from the Astro next season. So, no, fair play to them. I like to see that. I like to see a club do well, and they're yeah, they're really growing, and it's wonderful. Sorry, Bows fans. And the next one, Bows beating Drogheda 4-1 away from home. Bit of a, obviously Drogheda didn't go down, but tell you what, they did slide. They did slide down that table. Bit of a poor end to the season. Oh, good start, decent middle, really poor ending. So I'm saying it now, Drogheda to go down next season. You heard it here first. Um, they fucking will go down, Connor. I will make them go down. But yeah, so there you go. Bows securing Europe, battering
Have they?
Drogheda. Great. Not yet. There's still something to play for. Come on, Cork. But yeah, I mean, Bows have done what they can. Very in the last 5, drew 1, lost 3, won obviously the last one, but very dodgy towards the end. Looked like they had it wrapped up for second, as you said, like they were fighting out for second spot. Looked like they bottled it a little bit. They've got over the line anyway. But 4-1 winners. There you go.
Yeah. In all fairness, if Rovers win on Sunday, it is a semi-successful season for both. I know they've crawled over the line. They should have finished top 3, simple as. It looked like they were actually going to be in a title race at one stage. Remember, we were talking about Bows and Catch Rovers,
Yeah.
and Derry weren't even in the picture at that stage. And then it shows how far they slid. But in all fairness, if they get top 4, they'll be relatively happy. Finishing second and fourth in the League of Ireland is no difference if the cup winners are one of the teams that finished in the top 4. So, in fair, and like I honestly did think at the weekend, I thought it was written in the stars. I thought Drogheda were going to beat them and going to get top 4. And in fairness, they got the job done. They played very well. James Clark was absolutely outstanding, and they are. The other thing is they're an improving club. I do think Alan Reynolds gets a bit too much criticism. I know they should have got top four with the squad had comfortably enough, but they got the job done against away at Drogheda is possibly the hardest place to go to in the League of Ireland this season. But yeah, probably gutting for Drogheda in the context of what they were at, how well they started. But the reality is they don't have the squad to compete with some of them top four teams. But the way they played, the way they done, under Kevin Doherty, who's done an unbelievable job with that group of players, particularly after missing out in Europe the way they did. They probably would have finished top four without that heartbreak. I'd say that took a lot out of them. But they even be in the fight with the top four in the League of Ireland this year, because I really do think the teams that finished in that top four of the League of Ireland this year are four very, very, very strong teams and are like a lot stronger than what it was last year from 100%. So like if Drogheda had played like they did last year, they probably would have finished top three, could have even finished second in the league. But I guess that's what it is. And in fairness, fair play to Bows. They got their loan accepted last night, but I know there's one has to go to some minister. That's meant to be straightforward. But was it 34 million to go towards the redevelopment of Daily Mount from the government or the Dublin City Council? And it's good actually. I think was it James is saying that it'll go up due to inflation and stuff. So if it works out that the 34 million is equivalent to 37 in a couple of years, it'll give them an extra 3 million, which is massive. They could get money next summer if Evan Ferguson kicks on at Roma and stuff. So Bows are a club on the up. Hopefully they have a few more. They bring through a few more young prospects, which they didn't. Other than Reece Brennan, he was the only one that really got a shot this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bows are a club to start up.
Yeah, no, and best. I'll joke aside. Best luck to them. I want to see all the clubs do well. High tide rises all boats. And Dalymount Park, this has been going on 10 years ago. That was approved, and it was supposed to be different. You know, the original plans looked amazing, and it's been scaled back, and there's various reasons for that. Fair enough, it is what it is. But yeah, they are a club on the up, and fair play to them. You know, it's funny. Alan Reynolds, they thought he was going to be the first manager gone, and then then there was a title challenge, and then they wanted him gone again because he made the balls of it. But there you go. And next one, of course, Shamrock Rovers, Champions Day. We're champions during the week. At home, beaten 2-1 by Sligo Rovers. Ollie Denman, and of course, Owen Elding with a penalty. At a match, did get one back for them, but it was done. And that is it. Sligo Rovers have pulled off the great escape. They are safe for another season.
Who did they finish above in the league?
Galway, Waterford, and Cork.
Who said they'd finish above Galway and Waterford?
I did.
No, you didn't. I did. Thank you very much. I'm right again. Do not doubt me, as a wise man once said. But yeah, great win for Sligo the other day to get that over the line. They did went 2-0 up, and Rovers got the goal back, and you're thinking, oh no, please don't come back here, because we all want Sligo to do really well, because obviously they're a fan-owned club. They have the new stadium coming soon. They play some lovely football. They have one of the best managers in the league. They have a very young squad that play brilliant football. And that's probably the thing is, in terms of football and ability wise, they probably their position in the league doesn't reflect how good they are. It's just probably the lack of experience and stuff. And fairness, like the likes of Paddy McLean came in the middle of the season, I thought was superb for them. And then obviously they've the young firing players like Owen Elding, Jada Kiki. The two of them have been out of this world really this season. Two options really for young player of the league in the League of Ireland, and Elding got his 12th of the season with the penalty spot to win it. And the reality is he's probably going to buy out as a Sligo Rovers player after that with that goal. But what a way to buy out. He's 19 now, ready for that next step. They want 1.5 million for him. I seen it was reported by Jessica Farah yesterday that he's going to visit Sturmgrass in Austria this week on Thursday, going to as a visitor to their game against Nottingham Forest. So that would be an unbelievable next step if he went to a club like that. And I know of other clubs around that, and all I've been told is that they want around 1.5 million for him, which would be brilliant money for Sligo. Like, they have enough money coming in anyway with the fundraising to do and the work that's getting put into that club. And then they'll reap the rewards of having such a good academy this season. The likes of Elding, I don't know if the situation will they let Akiki go this window, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of interest in them. And then the other young players like James McManus came in on loan, was superb. Conor Reynolds was really good. Edwin Abaji was really good. I know he's left now. He was only there for short term, but he was very good for them as well. And Gareth McElroy, they have a brilliant young squad. Like, you could talk about Sligo all day, but just hats off to them. And there's not much we can really say about Shamrock Rovers such. Like, they deserve the champions. We sing their praises enough. We'll probably talk a bit more when we talk about their fixture on Thursday, because we'll talk about how poorly they finished the league. But yeah, they have some group of players. They got to give a few lads debuts over the last couple of weeks, and they're Everton up is just whether Stephen Bradley stays for the long term. Is he going to be the next Ireland manager, or will he stick with Rovers? But yeah, there's so much to be positive about the two Rovers in the League of Ireland, really, isn't there?
Yeah, fair play to them. And then, of course, the next one, my crowd, Pats and Shells played a 0-0 draw, which means Pats miss out in Europe. Shells, well, they were pretty much guaranteed. Well, were they? Yeah, they were guaranteed Europe anyway.
Yeah, they were
They
guaranteed.
finished
Yeah,
they finished in third. So a really massive home goal there by Pats. Kind of sums it all up, really, doesn't it? 0-0.
yeah, yeah. Probably a bit of karma for how everyone thought they were going to walk the league at the start of the season.
Yeah,
Obviously finished.
yeah,
Everyone
isn't
thought
that
they were
right,
going to
Connor?
win it. Yeah, everyone thought they were going to win the
Didn't
league.
they? Yeah, Connor. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, everyone thought they
They
were
all
going to
saw
walk
it,
the
didn't
league.
they? Yeah,
They
everyone
all
said
thought
it.
that.
Yeah.
Everyone thought they were going to walk the league. But yeah, a terrible season for Pats. Terrible in the cup, losing to Cork 3-0 in the semi final. Did all right in Europe. Didn't really beat Besiktas away, which is mad to think, and they couldn't even get top four in the League of Ireland. The Stephen Kenny squad, they all got new contracts the end of last season after finishing so well. They were all dreadful this season, really bad. Uh, Miss Amelia carried that team by himself half the season, really, with his goals, the way he played. I do think he deserved to win Pat's Player of the Year over Chris Forrester. I do think he should have been in the League of Ireland team this season, to be honest with you, well, because he was that good. But yeah, a terrible season for Pats. I don't know how they were go to do it from here, because obviously Kelleher invested a lot of money there, but it's like there's a lot of lads that need that whole club needs rebuilded, and they're going to lose their star player now. Amelia's away to Spurs. That was his last game, and would be a terrible way to buy out. If they would have won on Saturday, they would have got top four, and they couldn't get done. And they didn't just not win the game; they were absolutely dreadful. They did not look like a team that had top four to play for. Well, Shells, they could have got second place, but like it would have made no difference their season. And Shells have a European tie this week. Dreadful for Pats. I could not believe how bad Pats were. Shell should have won that game in 3 or 4 nil, and somehow Pats got away with so much in that game, and they still couldn't go get a winner. So yeah, a really bad season for Pats summed up, and I don't know where Kenny goes from here. I don't know where his players go from here. It's a real sticky situation. I know it can be turned around fast, but Pats are a bit of a mess.
Yeah, some serious inflection required there. Of course, the last game, Waterford won, Galway United won. Which means, well, Galway are safe due to goal difference, and Waterford, pardon me, will go into the playoff, the promotion relegation playoff. Waterford there. Jesus, talk about a must-win game there for Waterford. But there you go. Couldn't do the job at home, and Galway
Mm.
United, they're safe.
Yeah, yeah, fair play to Galway. We were surprised they even got dragged into it at one stage because remember they started the league so well, and then they just completely with Moses Dyer, who who still finished on like the fourth or fifth top goal scorer in the league for his 10 goals he scored. But yeah, Galway, you'd probably say in the balance of the season, go Cork and Waterford were the two worst teams. Probably if they never brought John Coleman in, and they would have stuck with Matt Lawler the whole time. Uh, when he first came in as interim, they probably would have avoided the relegation playoff. To be honest, they got way worse under Coleman, and for like thing is, had the league's top goal scorer Patrick Graham. I know it was quite a low scoring league. He only scored 14 goals, but yeah, like as much as he can do for them, uh, there was not been a good season for Waterford. I know what all like the reality is we can't say too much because it'll all come down to Friday evening, which we'll get on to in a minute. But yeah, for Galway's point of view, they'll just be delighted because they knew a draw was enough for them no matter what. Sligo's win obviously meant that Waterford had to win. Waterford were probably hopeful coming into the game. They knew the point probably would have been enough because they would have presumed Shamrock Rovers would have had enough probably to get through against Sligo. But they didn't, and Sligo Rovers got the job done. And like we can't say too much about Waterford. Probably more speaking about next week after Friday's game. But if they don't win on Friday, it is a complete failure. Whilst if they do win on Friday, they can probably reset and go again.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And of course, that concludes the games. That includes the league games anyway. And we're going to talk a bit about Europe in a second. But we're just going to show you the standings and how the league table finished up there. Of course, Shamrock Rovers, champions by 3 points. They were champions a very long time ago. Second, Derry City. Third, Shelburne. Fourth, Bows. Fifth, Pats. They miss out in Europe. Bows, you reckon they're going to be in Europe, but you don't know. Drogheda United, sixth. Sligo Rovers, seventh. Eighth, Go United, and ninth, Waterford. And 10th, propping up the table for quite some time, is Cork City, who could still make Europe. And of course, as Conor spoke about, there we have the what's up with the playoff there? Bray Wanderers against Waterford. Of course, that is Friday, this Friday, and that is on League of Ireland. Oh, sorry, it's on Virgin Media too, staring right
Yeah.
at me. That is this Friday, 7:45 in Tulka Park. So best of luck to them.
I'm looking forward to that, Dave. Looking forward to hopefully Bray win because we have good connections at Bray, don't we? Friends with maybe a few of the
Collie,
players and few of the players, few of the fans. So
yeah,
hopefully they get it done. The fairness, the goal the other day, Justin Freeze's goal was unbelievable. The bicycle kick to the 98th minute. What a way to send your team into the playoff final. Great scenes you see, and the Bray fans and they're very hopeful they can get the job done. Obviously, it's going to be a massive task. If you look at the two squads, Waterford. The problem is there seems the gap between the Premier Division and First Division gets bigger every year because there's so much money going into these clubs in the Premier Division, and you have to put that money in really if you're going to stay up. Whilst in the First Division, it's a lot less. Really, it's usually the team that comes down will end up coming straight back up. But yeah, Bray will really fancy their chances. They have all the momentum on their side, whilst Waterford should have enough, you think, to beat them. But there is a lot of talent in that Bray team that can maybe surprise them Monday. And Billy O'Neill will obviously be back from his suspension as well for Friday's game, and
yeah,
probably people will be. I know there was a lot of people annoyed he didn't make the World Cup squad, but Bray fans I think will be happy enough in the end that he's not missing the playoff final this week.
yeah. And best of luck to Bray. Sorry, Waterford. Yeah, it's a chance. And of course, Europe. This week, match week, of course, AEK Athens against Shamrock Rovers in the Opap Arena. I've been there. Excuse me, interesting place. And then, of course, Shelburne at home to Arita. Is that Arita? Is that or Drita?
It's Dritta. It's Dritta.
Well, hopefully it's not the drizzling shit. And of course, they're at home in Tala, the home of Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I remember I've been to the OPAP. That's where we played them 2 years ago. And we lost 2-1. I remember that. Nice little ground, actually, that.
Yeah.
Interesting place to get to. Yeah.
Is it?
Remember
Yeah.
it rained. So,
But that's a
best
tough
look.
game. Very tough game for Rovers. Jesus. AEK Athens are a good side. AEK Rovers have their draw this year has been so much tougher, like compared to last year. Like I don't. Obviously, Rovers are on 0 points so far. They've AEK Athens and they've Shakhtar Donetsk at home, and it's their last two games where they'll really try to get their points. It's what's it called? Breadbit Black, whatever. The Icelandic champions, and then they've Hamrun, their final game, who are from what country is that? Malta. So they'd hope to maybe get 6 points from there and maybe scrape a point in one of these two games between Donetsk and AEK Athens. Was Shells, this is probably their last chance of even getting a win in it, really. They play this Kosovo champions on Thursday night, and then they have some really tough ties after that. Like, the reality is Shells aren't getting out of the group, to be honest with you, Dave. But, like, they play Drita this Thursday, AZ Alkmaar after international break, then Crystal Palace in Tala, and then Celia, who Rovers lost to last week or 2 weeks ago away. So, like, if they get a single point in those last three games, they'll be buzzing. But the chances they had to get 6 points and 7 points are kind of gone. It was kind of the opposite. Rovers had the tough start and the easier finish, whilst our Shells had the easier finish and tougher end. But the thing is, Shells will learn a lot from that, and they're building a very nice squad ahead of next season. And probably any points or results they get between now and the end of the campaign is a bonus, extra money to maybe recoup, put into Talca or put into the academy or put into the playing squad for next season. So it's not all doom and gloom in Europe, but
Yeah.
looking forward to those games on Thursday.
No, absolutely. And that's it.
Right,
That's
come
it, Conor,
final
that's it.
Friday. We forgot to put a thing up.
Oh,
there.
we've spoken about that. I mean, I suppose we could touch
Who's going to
on
win
that
it?
again.
Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it?
Cork.
That's my question.
Cork by. Do my worst Cork accent there. Cork are going to win it.
You think?
You heard it here first. Cork are going to win it. Bray are going to get into the Premier Division, and Drogheda are going to get relegated next season. 3. That's your treble.
Would be good for geographical things though for the League of Ireland though, because I know Bray is Wicklow, but like it's
Wicklow.
right in the border. It's right in the border of Dublin, so like it's just another of those like what do you say those east of to make it more geographical. East of Ireland teams in the Premier Division next season. It'd be all in the east.
I
Waterford
remember
drop out.
we used to always go to Bray for the day on the Dart, and yeah, it was always funny. Like people always thought Bray was Dublin. I was like, no, it's Wicklow. You used to have rows where it's dark. The dart goes there. It's Wicklow. No, or dart goes there. It's Dublin. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. Right, we're gonna leave it there, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you for following us all this season. We're gonna be back with something even better. We have a plan. Which you need to finalize, but we have a plan, Conor, for next.
Don't give it
season,
away,
don't we?
Dave.
Dave, you're some man for giving away the ideas.
I
You
know.
give
No, I won't. No,
I said
no.
it to Martin. It's like, don't. If Dave, if we have an idea, we have something to announce. Do not probably.
I'm
Don't
not-
even tell.
I-
Don't tell you because you
I-
do. You give the hint.
I
it's like,
don't.
oh, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is.
Martin, no, Martin's the fucker for it. He makes shit up on the fucking fly when we're live. Going, what? Oh, we're gonna give a competition away. So, well, hold on. He did that. He made a competition live.
Yeah, but we forgot to have we're going to have a League of Ireland awards show as well.
Yes.
League of Ireland awards show where we're going to have obviously Player of the Year. We'll give our Team of the Year, Goal of the Year, Young Player of the Year, Manager of the Year, other thing. But it will be fan vote as well, so it will be up on our Instagram stories and our Twitter. So you'll see it there. I'll probably put it up in the next day or so, maybe earlier, and then we'll record that probably. I'd say probably by the end of this week. It'll be recorded and hopefully be up maybe that evening,
Absolutely.
whatever. Well, there'll be an award. And if the thing is, if there is any awards that you want us to do, any funnier awards or awards you want us to do, make sure. We're not going to do like worst player in the league or anything stupid like that. We don't want to get in trouble with any players, but all positive.
It's all going to be positive. But yeah, we will be back next season. We're going to do it again, but we're going to do this better. We're going to do it better. And we do have some great ideas for that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And I'm already looking forward to the next season, but we're going to do this far better than we've done it this season. This is just dipping our toe into the League of Ireland. You are. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Guys, thank you very much. Conor, thank you as always. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter account. Please like the video. Please give us a 5-star review over on Spotify. Also, Roar Plus, if you want to support us, $4.99 wherever you are, get a little bit of extra content. Also, you can make a one-off donation and buy us a coffee. That is in the description below. That will go towards all our costings, and our costings to this. And also, we are in Budapest. We are in Dublin next week. We're gonna have a squad reaction anyway on Thursday. Be it live. We're not too sure yet. The lads will have a decision to make about that. But we're the home of the match day experience.
I will be in Birmingham,
and he's going to be in Brum in St George's Park.
No, that's in Burton. I'll be in St Andrews.
Oh, it's in Birmingham City's ground. Okay, fair enough. Never been.
Where did you think it was?
I don't know.
They're not going to have it at some place that allows 10 fans into. It's 21, so it's actually, they get a bit of a crowd. 21's games like so. Yeah,
they know. Yeah, it's in St Andrews in Birmingham. I've been in Villa Park, never in St Andrews, but there you go. That's a story for another day. Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you guys. See you on the next one. Come on, you boys in green. And yeah, and also, don't forget, the boys in green are in the World Cup, the under-17s. We're going to have some reaction to that as well. That is tomorrow. Bye-bye.